Archie. Archie's here.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of What's So Funny, a show that talks about the funny with the people who make it happen. Our guest this week is a return friend of the show. Oh, he's hilarious. We're in for a treat. We have Mr. Dino Archie. And, of course, your host, the one, the only, Mr. Guy McPherson.
Thank you, Sammy. Sammy T.
Yeah, that's me.
Does anyone ever call you Sammy T?
No, thankfully. That's a stupid name.
Let's do that.
I don't know.
T. Archie is here. The song right off the top. Archie's here is our Dino Archie's he was dancing to that.
I was open to it.
You were open to it? You're open. You're
I was
very
trying to
open-minded
find the
fellow.
groove.
Well, it's pretty easy. Okay, good point.
That was tough, man. You need to be on, that's one of those acid mushroom songs. That's it. That's acid mushroom era. Yeah. That's perfect.
Or just white in the 60s, man. That's probably like the heart of groove for white kids.
This is the Archies. They were cartoon
Jughead.
characters.
Right, yeah.
It's hard to find a song for Dino Archie. I think last time you were here we had a song called Dino. I didn't want to go down that road again. So I found Archie.
You keep hitting it too much on the
nose. Yeah,
You could go away from that.
Yeah, I was looking for maybe like fop, something with the word fop in it. Because you're a bit of a fop.
What do you mean? What is that? What's that?
Fop is a guy who very stylish,
Fashionable fellow.
fashionable.
You're very foppish.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, if I had played a song with fop in it, it would have been
That
lost.
sounds like a derogatory for someone from Romania.
I think
like someone from some other European country, and you call them a fop. It sounds like fresh off the boat.
fresh off of what would it be? Lift that up. Tilt that up. There you go.
All right,
There you go. What is happening?
Fresh off the plane.
Yeah.
Dino Archie, and that is often the case with you because how was that for a segue?
That was
You travel around, you come and go, you're here, you're not here, you moved back to L.A.
Dude, this is the life I always wanted, man.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, traveling? You like being a road dog?
I think I am a bit of a nomad.
A nomad known to all.
Nomad, yeah. The
70s pop, 70s reference.
The Rolling
Who was the
Stone.
band?
Nomad known to
Oh, that was...
I gotta look this up.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
That was Jon Bryant who didn't have the answer.
John Bryant.
Thanks for the intro.
He's just
That was
pointing at
great.
fingers at people who
What?
was it and who did that?
Well, he agreed with me. He knew it.
Just the musician in house here
It's,
knows everything.
Midnight at the Oasis, Maria Muldaur.
I only know Midnight at the Apollo. Whatever.
Midnight at the Oasis.
Oh, okay.
Maria
All right,
Muldaur.
man. This is your own game, man.
Okay.
You made this up. You rigged this game. I'm not impressed.
All right.
I'm not impressed yet.
Always been a nomad, but not as a child, obviously. You
I think
couldn't
so.
afford
No,
to go
even as a
anywhere.
kid. Even
How?
as a kid, because I grew up in a big family, as we've well documented on this
Over many episodes.
years. Everyone knows I'm an open book, and anytime an adult would come, because I lived 3 houses from my grandfather, so I was born in my grandparents' house when I was born. We lived, my family lived with my grandpa. Grandma and grandmother, so 20 of us or some more weird shit. and then we got our own place 3 houses down the street on Vassar Street in Fresno.
To assert some independence.
Yeah. Whatever. I guess times were good. We were riding in it. We were doing it, and we had our own place. But anytime an adult would come that anyone knew to visit, I'd be like, and they go, oh, I'm going here. I'm like, I'm with you. Let's do it. They're like, who the fuck is this kid? Can I cuss? I'm sorry, I can't cuss, right? Cannot.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Yeah, you're good, man.
What?
I wouldn't if I were you, but you can.
I won't.
Okay.
But damn.
You're better than that, Dino.
But goddamn. I won't, but goddamn. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can. We're on at 11 o'clock, and people up there, they're
They
mature.
want the nasty.
They're
Yeah,
expecting
they want nasty. They're up nasty. Yeah, you nasty if you up right now. If you're up right now and you're listening to Co-op Radio, you're nasty. And there's going to be a pledge drive, guys. So we want you to keep supporting.
Man, wait 2 minutes and I can read that again.
No, I'm just saying that anytime an adult would come, I'd be down to go on an adventure with them. I remember that.
All right, Jon Bryant and I are just playing charades.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Fiddling with the fader.
Yeah, that's okay. We have the wrong colors.
Yeah, that's
So
So you would ignore all.
I was always
your
a nomad.
parents' friends said,
come on.
They don't even believe they had a kid named Dino because you were never there. You would always be hiding.
I was always
in the attic.
I was no attic, but I was always out in the
How many
streets.
kids? How many people in your family? You exaggerated 20.
Living
really,
at my
what was it?
grandparents, that probably wasn't an exaggeration.
Really?
Because my grandparents had 11 kids.
Jesus.
Period. And then we were a family. We're one branch of that.
family.
And I was the fourth, had little sisters. So there was in my family, it was 7 of us. And then divorce, and then 9 or 10 of us. 8 kids, 2 parents.
That's great.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
Not in this.
Mormons, maybe?
Yep. Mormons keep it
on
funky. Yeah. They keep it. They go raw. Yeah, they don't pull out.
Mormons?
Yeah. They don't pull out.
Keep it
Mormons are
funky.
Funky, man.
Yeah, Mormons are nasty with it. They don't
Populate. Leave it to the Mormons, man.
Mormons are giving the
Throwing
Chinese
some love up there, yeah.
Oh yeah, run for their money. Yeah, they go in.
Saudis have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I see you, Saudi.
Yeah.
Saudi 500.
Oh, gee. What about
So-
the Saudi 5000? That great car. Wait,
Well, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get
Is that
complaints
not a
about-
car? I feel like that is a car. Like
The Audi
I know that's
should have
not.
one,
It is
right?
Audi,
Yeah.
but
It's a great
Saudi.
one.
It just sounds right.
It is right.
But is anyone mad if we say this about if we throw any kind of innuendo at Saudi?
Well,
Will you get some letters?
what was the innuendo? We just said that they have lots of children.
Yeah.
But nowadays, who knows?
Well,
who knows what offends?
I'm offended.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Saudi 500 Audi. Saudi.
But you don't think the Mormons? You don't think the Mormons would be offended?
Man, the Mormons.
You said
the Mormons don't get. Dude,
They're not listening.
They're not listening. Yeah, this won't get to them. This won't get to them. If they're doing it right, if they're practicing Mormons, this won't get to them.
We've
we've had
practicing right now.
we've had Mormon guests.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, Ryan Hamilton on 3 times on this program. And Jessica Holmes also.
Huh.
Hamilton is a beast, man. Very,
Yeah, he
very, very funny.
Yeah, so you're a nomad, but here's the thing, you're traveling all over performing stand-up. Last I heard, you had retired from the art form.
I'm still retired.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the misconception.
And so now you just go around performing for free.
No. If the price is right, they could get me out of retirement.
I get it.
You're
for a
consulting
night.
now,
It's
right?
I'm comedy consultant.
You
That's exactly.
you retired.
Tonight I was comedy
They're
consultant.
hiring. Yeah, no shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Uh-oh. I'm off the air.
Yeah.
So
I'm a
you
consultant.
occasionally come out of retirement continually.
I do, man. I do every now and again, just because it's the only thing that I know how to do to make money.
You're so good at it.
And thank you. And yeah, no. Now when I retired, it gave me a chance to have a life. I think you
Wait,
forget.
you seriously retired?
I did, man.
This isn't just a...
It was a
For
couple.
what,
of
like a
years.
week?
No, I put the announcement online.
Yeah,
I
know.
saw
No,
that. I
I don't
didn't
think anyone
believe
bought it when they saw you booked at a club the next week.
That was already prior.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was going to honor my commitment.
Finishing up those
Yeah. I'm going to honor my commitment.
Man of his word here. A man of his word.
Yeah, you don't just leave the whole thing.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah,
close.
okay, fair
You gotta close loose ends, man.
right.
Tie some loose ends.
And then, of course, I saw you a few weeks ago at Kevin Fox's charity show.
Charity.
Oh, I
big,
see.
big word. You see
you
there?
go, yeah.
That's the word right there. Because it's the holiday. 'Tis the season, brother.
It's coming.
Brothers and sisters.
Brethren.
Dear
October.
Lord. Brethren, dear Lord.
It is October, unless
Mormons.
you go to a Costco and then it's Christmas in there.
Yeah, it's holiday season. And I like holiday season. I like that time of year where you stop being a selfish piece of shit and start thinking about your fellow man and woman.
And you're supposed to do that.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to do it. And I think even though it's commercial and it's like they're selling you on buying shit, it's still a good time of year to give.
Yeah, because you're thinking about who shall I buy this for? What does this person want, or what can I get away with giving them that isn't too expensive?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'd say
a
that
good
voice
reminder, man.
that voice you guys hear, I'm gonna go ahead and
What?
get into my bag, is Jon Bryant. I want you guys to look him up on Apple Music.
I'm going to
right
do
now.
it. Because describe Jon Bryant, Dino. His music.
I'm
just trying to lay in the shadow. I just can't. I just walked in the room. We did this to you. We did this to you. Give me headphones and I'm in front of a microphone.
Well, I feel like labels are lazy, but people need them as a form of, some reference. So if I had to put my guy in a bag, which is hard to do, I would say indie, future, soul, nostalgic. So something that you feel.
Future nostalgia.
Oh, yeah, right? I hit him with the two.
Yeah.
You see where I went? You see how I jumped across time? That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's a good. That's actually
There you
better
go.
than, that's better than I would be.
It's
able to do
always
it.
better than you would do.
Oh, I'm so bad at
My bio is
explaining
so
what I-
weak.
Yeah.
The bio I had to write for myself is pathetic. I hate it.
You need to get somebody to write it for you.
I know.
Yeah. If only you knew a
What?
writer.
Hey, what did you say? I was Dino. Can I just write this down?
Well, you can get the podcast in a week or so. So, yes, Jon Bryant with no H
No H.
has about 4 albums out.
Brian with a T.
4 albums. Just
Yeah,
released
Bryant
one in
with a-
May and released a single last week.
Yeah,
That's,
headphones. It's a great cut, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Headphones.
That's right.
That's a Mountie
You've already
song.
heard it.
Yeah. I've been listening to it since we've
another
been
one.
here, since I met you 40 minutes ago. I've already listened to it 3 times.
Isn't that dope that you can
Once.
do that
That's
now?
so amazing.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Music is so
fascinating.
accessible. I love that.
I'm so with that.
Wow, I was going to go
Thanks,
out
man.
down to A&B Sound tomorrow morning.
Oh,
And,
what about Sam the Record Man, dude?
You can get my vinyl down there, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can. You can get my vinyl somewhere.
Man, no, the boy's bad, man.
London Drugs?
We were hanging today, tonight, and I had this show, and he was with me. I said, man, why don't you come talk to my friend Guy? And, we'll chop it up, because this is what we do anyways. He's been coming to L.A., doing music down there and, really making his mark on the scene, man. And we just been hanging, so it's been really fun. And retire is tied up into the retirement thing. I wouldn't have done this when I was working.
you'd be too busy.
Be too busy.
Yeah. But now you get a chance to go out and
With
scout
the
some
fellas.
talent.
We were smoking weed with Johnny Depp.
With Johnny
I'm
Depp.
going to go ahead and cloud chase.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put it on the record.
Let me just get that name.
Yeah, I'll drop it. Hey.
Was this
Johnny,
outside?
you know me, Johnny.
Outside the club?
It was at a CD. Lucas Nelson. It was what's his name? Willie Nelson's son.
Uh-huh.
Actually, Willie Nelson owns a weed company. Willie Nelson's son didn't have any
Surprising.
weed for his own CD release or album release party at the Village Studios in LA. And so me and Dino were like, oh, or Dino said, I got weed in my car. So we went out the car, and on the way out, this guy turns around and it's like, oh my goodness, it's the pirate. It's Johnny Depp. And he's like, what's going on, fellas? And
What?
And he looked at us and talked to us, and we're like, hey man, I'm John. And he's like, I'm Johnny. He's like, you guys going up here? And we were like, yeah, we're going to get some weed out the car. And he's like, well, I wouldn't mind partaking with you. Or so he said something like,
Yeah.
well, maybe I could have a toke when we get up there. And so we
so cool.
we come back and we have Dino, like a boss, he just lights up a joint inside in this beautiful big studio. And they're one of the nicest studios in LA. Like the Fleetwood Mac, the Rolling Stones, like all these bands have recorded there, and it's just this iconic big room. And he lights up a joint, and Johnny Depp like just zips right over to us, and we shared a joint. It's amazing. It was an amazing night. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you act like the king, people will treat you with respect.
Yeah.
You know, when you got nothing to lose.
Oh, that's very deep.
Let me go ahead and put that in. Let you guys digest
the,
that.
I gotta go.
If you guys want to leave, that's the end of the interview, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Here's the thing about Johnny.
Donate to co-op.
Johnny Depp looks different in every movie he's in. That I don't think I'd recognize him if he came up to me on the street and said, "Hey guys, what's up?" I'd go, "Hey, do I know you?"
You would. You would.
He dresses a little like his character from Pirates. Yeah, which he regrets
I never
doing.
saw that.
A lot of rings. Got a lot of rings.
Okay.
A lot of vests.
Yeah.
You know,
They
maybe
make
2
more
or
of a
3.
mark when he hits. Oh no, that was. Oh, he was trying.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
The allegations are bad.
The allegations
the
are not
optics.
good,
That
yeah.
even at the time,
He
because I
didn't-
think
no. Listen,
Dude.
I do all the research in any of those cases that I could find, and I looked at it. I'm not. Maybe there's some stuff I didn't find, but he was drinking the wine, and he was talking loud, and he looked like a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Hey.
He who hasn't had a lot of wine. Now, I'm not justifying nothing else. If you know something else, I'm not
No, I
shitting
don't
on
know
that
anything
information just so that people can know. But when you tape somebody at their 5 minutes of fury, everybody's going to look like a goddamn demon.
Yeah.
Unless if they cross the line. And,
No,
and,
I was talking about with his fiancée or his wife.
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the same
I
thing.
see, okay.
There was a that was alleged, but the video was him drinking wine and like swiping for the. He looked bad. I'm not.
Yeah.
The optics looked bad, but it wasn't Ike Turner.
Hey, you know,
It wasn't
all I can
full
say is
Ike Turner.
he was really friendly, and I have a
was
friend
dope
who's
as shit to
really
us.
good friends with Amber Heard. So I don't want to say.
No, you got to get out of this. You want to sit out? Yeah, sit down there.
All I know is
I'm
like
gonna say it.
I'm sure at their best.
I'm gonna
they're
jump
really
on
nice.
it. I'm gonna jump on it ignorantly without any knowledge of either of those.
You take this one.
With just a little joint knowledge. Johnny was cool.
Yeah, he's nice.
I'm not defending or not, but I just know from what I saw, people. All right, here we go. Now we got a bigger conversation. We got a bigger.
Yeah, I know where.
You know where I'm going with this.
I think so.
Are we going to put all our cards on the table or not? Are we doing no privacy or are we doing privacy? Are we doing catch you in a moment where you looking like a bad guy and now you're that guy? What are we doing?
Who knows? Because everything, flares up and then sizzles out really quickly. Right. But, going back to what we were talking about earlier and what you just said about Johnny Depp is like, do you want to be remembered for the worst thing you ever did? And everyone's done bad things, but maybe the sum of your life is a net positive.
Yes.
And, we see this on social media all the time. And people getting in trouble for things that they
cancel
said,
culture.
and then, that's right. Either their act is canceled, their show, or their life is in ruins because of people threatening them and all this. And it's just like, they just said something once that maybe came out wrong, or maybe it was something that they believed, but now they realize that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not here. I'm not going to waste the airtime to pile on that conversation that is kind of been beaten to the ground. That's not really what it's about. It's just more like the bigger thing of, are we going to operate with the cards on the table or not? You know what I mean? Like privacy. Why do you need it to hide embarrassing moments? Like, if you really are gonna break, that's what privacy's for. It's for shit you don't want no one else to see. If not, then you can put all of it on the table. But there's shit that you don't want people to see you like, and that's a reality of life. Are we? You know what I mean? Like how you said it. People are kind of like, people act like no one is. Some people are worse than others. Like, no, we're all capable of being pieces of shit. And some of us have no power and no reach. Yeah. And no, there's no way your piece of shit is going to get to me because you're not as important as the next guy. Like, why the fuck do I know that Johnny Depp did that? Mm-hmm. Why do I know that he got drunk and he was drinking a lot of, expensive wine? It's not a good.
He needed some weed to relax a little. Sure.
Yeah. I only say that because I've definitely I'm sure I've looked like that before. There's no way in hell I haven't looked like that before in a moment. And, you know, if we're talking about relationship, if you take 5 minutes of the worst of your old lady at the time giving you, grinding your gears, like no one's a vacation to be with. That's all I'm trying to say, man. What is this, like, line of, like, oh, that's a bad guy? The Joker movie did a good job of that, I think, of like, of you know, I'm jumping across the board here, but Freddy Krueger. I was talking to my girl about Freddy Krueger because it's the Halloween shit and it's like scary movie time, and I was trying to describe to her who Freddy Krueger is, and she doesn't. She go, I kind of vaguely know him. She's younger. I was like, man, this guy, you know, when you fall asleep in your dreams, he terrorizes you if you're a teenager. He's a bad guy. Yeah. But where's he come from? And she goes, what's his deal? What's his deal? Why did he get there? So I was like, we're in the era of like, yeah, what created the monster?
Right.
And I looked and on Wikipedia, Freddy Krueger
has a backstory.
He has a backstory. And he's the spirit of a serial killer. Oh. And that serial killer was abused as a kid and shit. He was fucked up. So
there's some mitigating factors here.
Hey man, Freddy Krueger, it says he suffered from a mental illness. So he was the victim the whole time. That's what I'm
That's right. What these movies are about.
That's victims.
It's a good life lesson, you know. Finally.
Right. So Freddy was the victim. So if Freddy was a product of his environment, are there bad people? Are there bad guys?
I rest my case.
Well, we're going to have to take a moment here.
This is Dino Archie, and you're listening to What's So Funny on CFRO 100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio. Come on now, drip down with me, will you?
That was great. You know,
except for the 100 part.
Well, whatever. We've had worse.
Hey man, what are you talking? That was gold.
I said to what he said.
One take wonder right here.
That was not bad.
I said except for the 100.
You know, I got to be honest with you guys. The mainstream media raises a lot of fear around economic uncertainty.
They sure do.
And now Co-op Radio empowers listeners by reporting on people's resilience worldwide and by giving a voice to the people.
Right here.
Truly.
Yeah. Now more than ever, it is important to invest in your own community and keep your money working where you can see it. Co-ops are an important part of ensuring local economic security, and Co-op Radio is the recipient of a Community Economic Development Award. Make a sound investment. Support Co-op Radio. Go to coopradio.org and click on Donate.
And we want to say that Sam was giggling because we were making him giggle, not because of anything that he was saying.
No, I fully believe that the mainstream media is feeding us a...
Yeah, right. Can I just say, like... Yes, say it like you mean it a little bit.
Whoa, okay. You want me? I'll read that again.
No.
Next time. 10 minutes. Next time. So Dino Archie...
I'm off my soapbox. I'm sorry.
We'll get on another soapbox. It's always great talking with Dino. I love the way he thinks. Even when we have private conversations out in bars, he's usually hammered, but maybe that's part of it. He's a good guy, and he brought his friend Jon Bryant. I don't know, though, where you guys met. Was it here in Vancouver, or was it in
LA?
Yeah.
We met here in Vancouver.
How did that night go?
I was on mushrooms. Not that when I first met him. In the daytime, I was sober, and then I did mushrooms with my friend Amir, and he's a friend. His brother,
Amir's brother Mark
is his friend,
a good friend of mine.
And we ran into him again in Gastown at the end of the night, and we just connected. And I was like, man, when you meet someone, and you're like, hey, we gonna be friends. I like this, and it's when you're older too, meeting people. You tell me about this. You meeting guys. Other new friend guys in your 30s is like it's super it's intimate. Like it's like a dance.
Especially when you got girls at home.
We both have girls, and you're like, oh man, because you can't meet new girls.
No.
Yeah.
You can only have new guy friends.
Mm-hmm.
and you meet someone, you're like, I like this guy, but I don't want to be too aggressive.
Yeah, when do you make the call?
When do you make the call? When do you make the
Right.
text and call? So we did. We linked, and then we followed up, and like it was like 3 days. We just kept kind of finding ways to meet at coffee shop. It's like an affair.
Yeah.
It feels like dirty somehow.
Honey, I really like.
Yeah.
I really like him. I think he's.
Yeah, I think he's. But maybe
Yeah.
The booze was
start
talking. He
feeling-
was laughing, but the booze were talking last night. I'm sure he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was into it.
Even tonight, where her and I are watching a show, or we're watching this new Netflix show, and I'm like, honey, Dino wants to hang out. Is that cool? Is that cool with you? Like, yeah, we just haven't hung out in a long time. Like, she's like, no, you go have fun.
It feels like weird. He's his wife.
Yeah.
It's weird how you have to like same thing. Tell your girl like, yeah, I'm leaving you to go hang out with another guy.
It's funny.
It's fucking weird.
Well, how long you been married?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
So it's all worn off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Oh, it's great. I'm so happy, but it changes. Yeah, the dynamics
It
always change.
Now,
gotta
Dino,
embrace it.
you're not married.
I'm engaged.
You're engaged to be married when?
I'm betrothed. My betrothed. Betrothed to my beloved.
Yeah.
I'm betrothed.
When?
October 3rd next year.
Wow.
October 2nd or something.
So in a year, you're going to be married. Do you know where?
Yeah, at the Earls
Oh, here.
in Vancouver.
Not at the Earls? Are you going to close it down?
Yeah, right.
The test kitchen?
Right in the
Are you get-
front lobby.
Are you going to get the servers to sing a wedding song for you?
Yeah, like a birthday cake.
Yeah.
No. There's a side in Yellowtown. There's a whole side like compartment, whole area just for that. So she saw a wedding set up with all these photos that looked good, and so it's like it's set up where people can. What I don't like about weddings are those circular tables where everyone has a fucking table and a seat number, and you're sitting with maybe the one person you know, and this glazed chicken or some shit. Whatever zucchini, whatever
Strip loin.
Yeah, some bullshit. I don't want none
Some
of
guy
that.
at the end of the line just cutting up beef.
Prime rib, baby.
Yeah.
No, but
Kind of like that, though.
No. That's different.
You like
That's
gravy?
That sounds good.
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking.
good.
You changed it. I'm
Okay.
talking about the plate. It's just
Oh,
the
they bring
plate,
it
and
to
you're
you.
sitting at that.
Yeah.
We wanted it to where it's service station, so you could walk and get your own food, pasta,
Like a real buffet.
tacos. Yeah.
That's a good call.
And so I was wondering, not so much the venue that you're going to get married, but would it be here in Vancouver? Would
Vancouver.
it be in Fresno or Los Angeles? It's
Vancouver.
going to be here. So these 20 people from your family and more, are they all coming up? Is it going to be a big bash?
Man, if it was my call, dude, it'd just be nobody, just us. It'd be I'm at the elope. I would like that, but she wants the big thing, which I'm down with, and her family's dope. And so my family, they're all coming, but a lot of them have DUIs.
Can't get over.
They can't. You got to do some paperwork.
Yeah.
All college graduates, all like doing great, and they all have and I'm the only one without a DUI. That's nuts.
Irony.
Irony. And so we got to do some paperwork. But they're
You got a year. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So they haven't even been here to visit.
my mom has.
Yeah. Does she like it? Does she approve?
She loves it. She
That's
came,
good.
Oh no, you weren't. Yeah, she came about 5 years ago, and I did Keno, and it was on that. Yeah, remember that?
I can remember hearing about it, yeah.
Yeah, it was dope, man. So my mom,
She liked it?
she did.
Yeah, that's great. So she
everywhere I go though, I went to when I lived in New York. I brought her out there. She and my brother lived in Belgium for. She goes. I get that from her. She's a Rolling Stone. She's a nomad. She
Right.
can go. Her dad was in the Air Force, so she went to school all over. She went to school in Greece and Turkey in high school. So she's like well cultured. You know,
Yeah.
we were like little rapscallions, little ne'er-do-wells and shit. And she was like watching foreign films,
nice.
eating pesto. Yeah, we're like, you ain't better than us. Hey, lady. Hey, lady, you not better than us.
Just because you eat pesto.
Eat pesto.
Don't
watching
think.
foreign movies. How you think you better than us? That was her, right?
You know, I either forgot or didn't know that you lived in New York. So you've lived in L.A., you've lived in Vancouver
Yep.
and New York.
Yes.
Anywhere else?
Wyoming.
You did?
Yeah.
And for how long?
For a year.
Is this since I've known you?
This was well before you know me.
So you went from Fresno to Wyoming?
Yeah.
For what?
Basketball.
For what?
What you mean?
What was in Wyoming? Oh, the college?
The college, yeah.
I did know
Yeah,
that,
the
didn't
college.
I
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
You
I
played
didn't know.
college
You knew this.
ball.
You knew this.
Yeah, I knew that you had some in 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, and then
year.
you said that's enough.
Yeah. I
Uh,
quit. I know that. I was talking about that tonight. John was in the crowd watching me struggle. That I'm good at managing. I'm good at taking a loss. I'm very good at taking a loss and cutting my losses short. That's what I'm good at. Like, when I realized I wasn't going to make money doing basketball, like, it's going to take a lot of work. And I
It's
don't
overseas.
yeah, there's overseas, which is even a lot of work.
Yeah.
My brother played it, and I'm
Oh, he
like,
did? Your
yeah,
brother?
he played overseas.
Where?
Everywhere. Belgium, like I said, Budapest, Switzerland, Poland.
Wow.
He had a full career. He went to Pepperdine University.
Oh, nice.
Full ride. And
By the beach?
by the beach. And I'm like, I'm not really that good at this, and I have to work really hard to get screamed at. And at 19, I was like, I quit. And it's like, there's people always talking about never quit and never give up. It's like, yeah, man, quit sometimes.
Yeah.
When you've reached a roadblock,
You know what?
that you can't quit or
Yeah.
be quit. And I was, and now this is gonna sound, because I don't want the depression mafia on me, but not the severe by like chemical, something in your DNA, just that depression that you get from wanting other people's dreams and not achieving it. Change your fucking dream. Change your dream. If you're depressed because you want something you're not getting, just maybe that's
lower the
not the thing that you really should have or want. What if that?
But
I'm throwing
but
that
what
out
about
there. I'm throwing that out there, and we're gonna see what happens.
how do you know when to quit though?
That's the great question. That's life. That life will get. How many times do you need to? How much do you need to lose? How much can you withstand losing?
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer to that.
Well, you weren't really losing playing basketball for a year in Wyoming and going to school.
Yeah, I was losing.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it wasn't a win.
And so when you quit, was there a goal in mind? Was there a plan?
No, man. I've never really had a plan. That's the wild. That's my personal life. Like, I sold cars after that in Fresno at 20.
Right.
I sold cars, and while I was playing basketball, I would write little stories down of like jam up, kind of like Curb ish, like these little petty stories where I had some interaction with somebody. This is before I even knew Curb. Curb came out like the year later, and my older brother's like, "Hey man, this guy." He goes, this old white dude he reminds me of you, man, because he's always getting into some shit with somebody and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, the stories you say. And so I started writing those down. And I remember in junior college at Fresno City, and I was selling cars, and my English teacher was like, hey, man, some of these stories are funny. You should think about, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. I like I like TV. I like movies. I like that kind of shit. And he was like, he gave me some little guidance to go to L.A., so I went to Cal State Northridge. So I sold cars, made the money, and paid for college with that.
And studied film and acting?
And studied film.
Or
I went to screenwriting.
Oh, okay. Have you written a film?
I've written a couple.
And what happened?
I sold one and got like a laptop or something for it. I was paid in a laptop.
What kind of
laptop?
Wait. What kind of laptop?
And it was an iMac. It was one of the
Oh,
original.
no, okay.
Yeah, it was Apple. Yeah,
That's good.
it was not bad. Yeah, it was a good script.
Like a Microsoft.
And you thought,
No, I didn't know fucking Microsoft.
Linux or Linux or
Hewlett Packard.
so what did you...
I got a Hewlett Packard.
HP just throw
Yeah,
garbage.
this is garbage.
What did you write the script on before you had the computer? Another computer? A longhand?
What did I do? That's a good question, man.
Pentium 286. What was it?
Probably some school library.
So you thought, really, I sell this script. It's paying for me to write thousands of other
Yeah,
scripts.
it's an investment.
Now I have this
It was
computer.
back in the business. It was an investment back in the business.
And then you wrote another one.
I wrote another one about, I think it was about plants, like some of these guys getting high and getting sucked into the plant world, and it was called Plantation, and like it was really bad, but the premise was kind of cutting edge.
You should revisit that, man.
Hey, it's not
The Plantation.
Maybe change the
I think
name.
it was just all the titles.
The Plant Nation, you know? There you go.
Plant Nation.
There we go.
Yeah. Title by.
It was actually ahead of its time because it was about global warming.
Oh,
It
wow.
was about global warming and like how if plants treated humans a certain way, it was the switch where plants ran shit.
The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
Wow. Do you write anymore?
You know what's funny? When I did stand up, I kind of put that away, and then just recently I got back into my writing bag, man. Something cleared up when I retired.
Gives more time for everything.
More time, man. If you ever need the career needs a jump start, just retire.
Yeah.
Quit.
People come running for you.
If they do, if they don't, then you know no one wants you.
Mm-hmm.
But when I retired online, it was wild, man, because it was like I saw my own wake. Like you saw on Facebook, because that's all, that's just as real as real life. So people were going, oh my God, no. And you were brilliant when I saw. People remembered me being better than I was.
That's kind of nice, though, that you get to read.
You get to read the
that wake.
It was crazy.
People
wasn't
only see the best.
it was no bad comments.
That's great.
I said, oh man, I actually, people actually gave a shit. But you're always telling people, come see me, and you get 2 likes.
Yeah.
Come see me in this place. So it's a weird thing to mitigate, and I'm really trying to find different ways to do it in a healthy way. Get your shit out there like you have to do as an entertainer.
Absolutely.
Right? Get your stuff out there, but not really stress too much on,
it's like going to an audition when you don't care if you get the role.
That's when you get it.
You're in a better place, man.
Yeah.
And so, I started writing again, and I wrote.
So when did you retire?
2017.
So it's been 2 years. So compared to 2016 to now, how many gigs were you doing? How many now?
I've done less gigs for more money.
Now.
So I got a raise.
Right. Of course, people need to draw you out of retirement.
Exactly.
They got to pay more.
You got to pay more, man. You want to get this gunslinger out off the couch. yeah. So I quit, man, and I. So now I'm pitching this show. I wrote a show about me selling cars in Fresno. Then we're pitching it to the networks now, and I was just telling him it's the same thing of like, when you got nothing to lose. And if you're interested in it, not me being gone in Vancouver, I'm not in LA every day. I can't say, can you come in tomorrow? No, I'm in Vancouver. I'm in a different country.
Conference call.
Yeah, that or catch me when I'm there next time. So it's all snake oil, man.
And as a salesman.
As you know.
Were you a good salesman?
I was good. I wasn't great, but I was good. I mean, great takes discipline, and it takes a different level of
lying.
Bad guy. You need a new. I like people too much, but I was good. I was good, man, because I was good. Because
you believed it, or you just didn't care about the truth.
No, it's because people came to the lot. It's not like you knocked on their door. That's a different level of. Athemios and I was thinking about doing this, like a series or a sketch on the last door-to-door salesman, where they like hear your. They get some kind of like, how Zuckerberg had where they're like monitoring us and they're spying on us. They get access to that same information. Of shit you want, and then they just knock on your door and try to sell it to you.
Sell you
before you buy it.
on people
of shit that you already were interested in.
You want to know?
Yeah,
you want to know what your
somehow,
neighbor's
I
up
don't know
to?
how it makes sense, but we're like, yeah, let's.
That's good.
Let's.
That idea of the last door-to-door salesman.
Something pretty dope.
That's just funny.
It's just
Like,
funny,
that's-
man. It's
Today's
just funny.
world.
Today's world.
Yeah.
Because I sold before cars. I sold knives, Cutco.
Oh, you worked
Door to door.
Not
Door to
door-to-door.
door knives.
Knives?
Before this, after OJ. It's crazy.
Wow. Wait, that's what he used to.
No, I'm selling them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you could sell, if you're not in Fresno in the heat in the summer, knocking on people's door with 12 knives,
It's great.
On the inside of your jacket.
I'm telling
That's in the
you.
pilot. That's when they're like, no, you got to transition out of knives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ASAP.
this isn't gonna work.
We got something else.
Long,
here.
storied career as a door-to-door salesman.
We're going to give
That
this
was
one
a start.
to you.
Okay. This is Jon Bryant, and you're listening to What's So Funny on CFRO 100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio.
Jon Bryant, very, very nicely.
Very nice.
Very
Hey.
nicely read. And
All right.
Jon Bryant has 4 albums you can get on Apple.
Apple,
Dino
Spotify,
has 3.
I do have 3.
Is there going to be a 4th?
Oh, you already know, man. You know I'm working on the 4th now.
Retirement
thought
is
you
good.
retired.
No. He has more time to do this because he's
yeah.
retired.
The next one it's not going to be comedy.
Is it all skits?
This
You're not
is-
doing a fucking skit
I'm
record,
doing
are you?
humorous.
Oh, jeez. The satire on spoken. It's just spoken
It's a TED
word.
Talk.
Oh, Christ.
That would be funny.
You know, Co-op Radio represents great value. Co-op Radio maintains a radio station for under $300,000 a year, a fraction of what it costs to run a typical commercial radio station. A regular membership just costs 15 cents a day, and that equals 365 days of great radio.
That math's
Are you done?
It's
go that
no.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a dramatic
Come on.
pause, guy. Come
Okay,
on.
sorry.
Most work at the station is done by volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed. But there are a lot of basic costs: rent, hydro, equipment maintenance, salaries. But okay, we need your support to continue providing community radio alive and well.
You okay?
Is it?
He's choking up.
Renew or take out a membership.
Please. This means a lot.
Yeah, go
Just
to
now.
coopradio.org and click on donate.
Donate, become a member, renew your membership.
It's that given time of year, people.
Yeah. Get those pocketbooks and then write a check.
You know, here at Co-op Radio, Christmas is in October.
How do you pay? Is it through pay? Can you PayPal?
I think you might be able to PayPal. I think you can even write a check. Heck, you can even use your credit card.
Credit card?
You know, if you want to give cash to Co-op Radio, give it to me, and I will pay.
Is there any kind of online thing they could...
Go to coopradio.org and click on donate.
Coopradio.org.
.org.
Hey,
Okay, got you.
And you get a tax receipt.
back to Dino Archie. Dino, I know you have always been interested in people and their stories, whether they're Johnny Depp or just regular folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking Dino Archie talk show.
You know, if there's a way to do it, like the talk shows that they have out, that model doesn't work.
No, too many.
Right?
Been done. We didn't mention, Dino, I think since the last time you were here, you were on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Really? Has it been that long?
What year were you there?
No.
16.
You were with us in 16. I'm not sure if it was right after or right
Okay.
before. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's old. That's old news.
Yeah, I know. But so the talk show is just the format?
No. I mean, I'm not shitting on that. That's it's just it has to keep evolving, man. I think what you're doing, what you've been doing, he's been doing this for like 9 years, 8 years,
15.
15 years. I was really shortchanging you.
2004.
But you kind of started the podcast game low key.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they
I'm
don't
saying.
want y'all to know.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
no
what
one-
they don't want you guys to
model
know.
is
Hey,
booming,
hey,
man.
that's
A
what it's the
mainstream podcast media does not want that.
That's what they don't want to know that. They don't want
donated.
them
This
to know
was
that.
this
was the start of it
podcasts
all.
are following your model, man.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Are they not?
But
No, absolutely. Yeah.
I would say, Dino, I mean, everyone's doing a podcast. And so, like, and a lot of it is this kind of thing or else just chatting, making jokes. But like you like also regular people. I would love to hear you talk to regular people and find out their stories and make it fun and interesting.
I'd be down to do that, man. I just think when you throw a camera on that adds this
podcast though.
Podcast,
if you want, yeah.
I think that makes sense, man. Even though everyone's done it.
Yeah, but not that, because everyone wants celebrities. Everybody wants experts.
Man, totally. That when I flirted with the idea of doing that.
I know. Door-to-door podcast. You go knock on someone's door.
That's perfect.
You're my guest today.
I'll jam up.
Hey, may I ask you some questions?
Jam you up right now. That's great. The door-to-door podcast.
Who are we going to be? Who's going to be our guest? Let's ring the bell and find out. I like it.
That is kind of cool.
You know what you're doing, man.
There's a podcast that's called Beautiful Anonymous, and it's this guy that talks to people. Well, they kind of call in, but that model would.
That's kind of
my
flex.
I think it could fly, man.
That's my flex, anyways, man. I like. Yeah, I actually have that where people don't have that kind of like. They say patient. It's nothing good virtue on my behalf. I just have that interest of strangers and people that I don't know.
Right.
And they're weird and shit, and I'm like...
they're left of,
They're always a little off, and I like that.
Well, everyone's got a story.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it may take some time to draw that out of them.
Right.
Or even to figure out if they have a story, but everyone does eventually.
Even if they don't have a story, it's like they have a place they're coming from.
Yeah.
They have a point of view or some kind of thing they want to get in the moment. And you don't never know fully what it is, but I have time. When I retired, man, I made time for the things that were important to me. Mm-hmm. And that's people. I actually like people.
So how does this look in real life? Do you talk to strangers?
I don't want to.
John, yeah.
Well, we both talk to strangers. I was staying at the Sportsman's Lodge in Studio City back when I was there in LA in August, and I met this guy at the hotel bar, and he was a physicist, and I started chatting with him, and suddenly like he'd retired, but he was just an interesting guy, and we got in this conversation about physics, and then that segued into like, what are the government secrets that they're keeping from us? And then he started talking about working at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and then he talked about Building 6 that had aliens, and then suddenly he's like, he's just like unloading all this really cool stuff, and that's just from a conversation over a margarita. But this guy that I would have never talked to. If it wasn't for like a little bit of margarita and just the Sportsman's Lodge brings us.
Hey, was he crazy?
No.
So you believe this?
I don't know. I mean,
he's a physicist.
He's a physicist.
He claims to be.
Worked for the government as a physicist, and he worked at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in the 70s.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that kind of shit to me is more
so interesting.
Yeah, it's better than a lie. It's like more interesting. Just what the person,
even if it is,
it's kind of great. It's like,
he lives it.
This person's fucking laying this shit that I didn't ask for.
He talked about how he tried to sneak in a few times, and the security guard there said, he threatened him, like, you'll be gone tomorrow if you do this again. And people had been trying to get into this building because they heard that's where they kept the aliens.
You know what? I thought when Trump was elected, there would be no secrets anymore because he can't keep secrets. So if there are aliens or if there's a warehouse of them or something, they must not tell him. Otherwise, we would know.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you can't sit on that.
No, you cannot. And I thought we're going to know about.
That's too much.
Kennedy.
I couldn't sit on that.
We're going to know if
I can't sit on none of that shit. Especially if your ass is on the line. They go, hey, you know what? There's aliens over there. We got bigger shit to worry about. You over here talking about this shit.
Did Trump's presence as president affect where you settled, or is that just coincidence that you're here in Vancouver?
I left the States when Obama was in office.
I know, but then you moved back. And now you're back here again.
I mean, it's fucked up, man, because as much as everyone wants to be on the right side of history and all be mad and point out and go, bad guy, we all could do this, it's like that may or may not be true, but times have never been better for me. Like, personally.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because you're here.
well, nah, just even when I was in L.A., it's like, it wasn't when I left my house, no one was playing defense on me, going, you can't get out. Nobody was. I know, it's fucking crazy. And then you say, what about all the videos of niggas getting shot? It's like, yeah, where is that? I see it. I see it online. I live in L.A., and I'm walking around doing whatever the fuck I want.
And you're not seeing it. Yeah. You know, this is, pre-Trump.
And it definitely is always there, but I'm like,
Has it gotten worse?
Yeah, has it gotten worse or not? That's the real...
Yeah, we don't know. But even before Trump, I remember, my cousin-in-laws from Lebanon and Beirut, and, I always just think of that's dangerous, bombed buildings and everything, but it's a beautiful place. Beautiful. And he would just say, have you been there?
Yeah, well, to Haifa, but it's basically on the border of Lebanon.
And then when I moved to Vancouver, I remember my sister saying, "Oh, it's so dangerous." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But every place that you're not in seems because you hear about the bad stuff. That's why it's news. Yeah, because it's unusual.
It's bad.
It's unusual.
It's bad news.
Yeah, but that's why it's news. He can't just say it's normal. Hey, library open today at 9:00.
Yeah, right.
It closes.
Yeah, totally, man.
So you hear that and you automatically think of it somewhere else. I can't go there. But then I look at it and I go, there's a whole city, people living there.
Oh, man,
not dying all the time.
Right, you find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you're looking for some old scary-ass time, then you're going to attract that kind of vibe, most likely.
Yeah.
Or it's not going to help. Yeah. And then, we always point a finger at some other country, like it's bad times over there, but it's like, man, that's where we vacation at, Belize and shit. Mm-hmm. You sure, it can be dangerous.
Not Syria, but,
Turkey, man, that's on my list. I want to go to Turkey so bad. I want to go.
Beautiful, too.
Istanbul, gorgeous. Like, my mom said it's her favorite city in the whole world.
Yeah.
She thought it was gorgeous. And evidently that's where, most of my listeners are from.
Really?
By, a long shot. Yeah, I have 50,000 listeners in Istanbul a month. I can
wow,
man,
I can see it all. The statistics, it's crazy. So I really want to go tour there. And this guy reached out and he's like, "Hey man, you got to come here." And I'm like, "Well, isn't there a lot of crazy shit going on there? Are people getting killed in the streets?" It's like, "No, man, it's probably safer than New York. I used to live in New York. New York's scarier than this place." Yeah. He's like, "You'll be fine. Just come over. We'll set you up."
Do it.
I want to, man. I really want to.
And here's something. So you travel the world playing music.
Yeah.
You ever have a comedy opener?
Oh man, it'd be a dream.
Hey,
dude, man,
we've talked.
We got something.
That.
Yeah, we're gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
Comedy because back in the day, Jimmy Walker opened for Miles Davis, and it was a thing. There was comedy and music.
Yeah, no,
I don't know which needs to go first.
I would,
but
prefer
obviously
open.
You would.
No, I do the show once a year. I'm starting to so we're talking about doing a festival, a little mini kind of stand up festival and music.
A 1 day thing,
maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple day thing, a couple act, have a small venue, have a big one. I do my Vogue show as well, but man, we got something in the works, man. I want people to get as much show for their money's worth. That's what I want. I want bang for buck in 2020. This is what I'm promising you people. If you donate right now, what I'm promising is bang for buck.
He will knock on your door.
And we do a podcast. I'm coming to your door.
Sell you a knife.
I got knives. I got watches.
Yeah, because people have more than one interest. You can be totally into stand-up and love it, but you're also going to love to see a band.
Man,
or Sunday service. It used to be, it was either improv or it was stand-up, and now they've melded the two. And people
together.
Like them both. You don't need to pick and choose.
You don't. I want people to have. I want people to come into my show and a certain way and leave feeling better, feeling more elevated, and stimulated in the right with quality shit. And music, however you can do that is what you should post. That's what the show I want to provide. So that's my goal for 2020. I got 2020 vision, y'all. Let me talk to them.
Take them to Turkey. You guys go to Turkey.
We're doing it. We're doing overseas.
World tour, man.
Yeah, we're doing a world tour.
We only have a couple minutes left, but I want to find out about you being on a cruise ship during a hurricane.
Oh, okay. That's old.
Because
I remember that's old school.
That, like, I've never been on a cruise
It's been a
ship.
while.
It's been 2 years.
It has been a while.
I've never been on a cruise ship. I wouldn't mind going on one. It's not something that I really want to go on, but, you see the...
Nah.
But,
nah, man, I hate...
But is it because of the hurricane?
No, man, the hurricane... I was hoping the hurricane hit us.
Why?
Because the people are that bad.
But you're one of them.
If I have to be sacrificed.
That little kid who came to all your shows.
That's true. I want all the little kids safe. Yeah. to give up on the other generation.
How did the shows go for you?
Man, that's what made it so weird, man. It was like, it was half, you could do clean, very clean, you had to do clean, and then half dirty. But you're like, I'm on the same stage, and it's in the same night.
And you forget which show is this?
Yeah, it's just, and after like 6 days, you're like, what day is it? You're at sea, and you're seeing the same people.
Yeah.
And so it's a good thing. So I took it as a good thing, a good challenge of going, man, how much clean material do you have? How much entertaining are you? But then also, how good do you want to be here? How good do you want to kill on a fucking boat?
They're an audience.
They are an audience, but you're there for a week. So if you're like, after that week, are you better for what you've done, for your sins you've committed, and the places
what are the
went?
sins?
I mean, just the hacking, the level of crowd, the level of appeasement you have to do.
Kind of like
you have to go low, man, because unless you're just a 20-year, unless you're like Alonzo Bowden or something, where you have like
he does a smooth jazz cruise.
Man, yeah, totally. I could say because there are certain people who can still be them, and it fits in that thing. Me, where I'm better on I'm better. Even though I'm not going to go dirty, I'm better with no stipulations.
I'm never going to go. Might throw out a word here or there.
I'm never going to go in a place that's so dark we can't come back from. Yeah. And if it's, I like entertaining. It's cool. Kids are kids. That's fun. But it's like, I'm not doing no comedy for no 6-year-old. I don't want to get a follow.
So was that your last cruise?
Yeah, my last one.
So you retired from that?
I retired from that life, man.
Well, I hope you don't retire from coming here.
Never, man. That's why I got out of retirement for this. You got me out of retirement.
So, but can people see you anywhere coming up?
Follow me on DinoArchie.com, and you can see. I'll put it anywhere that's worth seeing me, or you'll just see me at your doorstep with the podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
With the knives.
I love it.
With the knives,
and Jon Bryant, where can people see you?
JonBryantMusic.com. Jon Bryant.
Got any shows coming out?
Yeah, they're all in Europe, but the new one, in 2020, I have a few in Vancouver, and then in the U.S., and then back in Canada.
Well, I'm going to go A&B Sound tomorrow morning. Soon as it opens.
All
right.
Hey, great talking to you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you, John. Great seeing you as always,
We'll
Dino. We'll be back next Sunday night. Sam, thank you.
Sammy.
You're very
Thanks, Sam.
welcome. Yeah. It's going to be a good show with Nestor Pister next week.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Bye.